Are bananas supposed to help you sleep? I keep seeing recommendations for bananas as a natural sleep aid. I guess the idea behind it is that since bananas have potassium and magnesium, it's supposed to help your body relax. And then it also has tryptophan, which converts to serotonin, which is supposed to help you sleep better. And to be totally honest, I'm skeptical for a couple different reasons. So first off, I've never heard of this recommendation outside the internet. I know when I was a little kid, my mom would give me a glass of warm milk if I was having trouble sleeping. And I'm pretty sure friends of mine have mentioned their mom had also given them glasses of warm milk, and I'm like 99% sure nobody's mentioned anything about having bananas before they get to bed, which does seem a little bit weird to me. I'm kind of wondering if just somebody made this up and then other people are just regurgitating the same information over and over again, and there's nothing actually to back this up. And then secondly, the other reason that I'm a little bit skeptical is I don't know if a banana is going to have enough minerals in it where it actually makes a difference as far as how sleep goes. Like, yes, I know a banana has potassium in it, but does it have enough potassium to where you actually see an effect with it? Another thing is I know a banana has a decent amount of sugar in it, and I know having sugar too close to bedtime can affect your sleep. So I'm also kind of wondering if the sugar that's in the banana is going to counteract any of the benefits that the minerals would have. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try this out for a week, and I'm going to see if I actually notice any benefits, and then I'll go back and I'll look to see if science actually supports what my results are. I do want to hold off to see what science says because I don't want to go into this with too much of a preconceived notion. Also, it would be a really anticlimactic video if I looked it up and it was like, science, yeah, it's not a thing. So in order to judge if this works, I'm going to measure it on 3 different factors, compare that to my baseline to see if there's an actual noticeable difference. This is going to be the only thing that I'm changing about my sleep routine and the things that I'm doing surrounding my sleep. So that way, if there is a change versus my baseline, we have a pretty good idea that it's going to be the banana that influenced the result. So there's 3 different factors that I'm going to look at on a scale of 1 to 5, with 5 being highest. The first thing that I'm going to look at is how sleepy do I feel when I get into bed. I would say on a normal day, I'm probably at like a 3.5 because I start to feel a little bit drowsy, but not so drowsy where I can't keep my eyes open. And I usually do have to be like, okay, Lauren, it's time to turn out the lights and go to bed. The second thing that I'm going to look at is how quickly do I fall asleep. Right now, I'd say I'm on the high side of normal, so it probably takes me 15 to 20 minutes to fall asleep. So I'm not falling asleep as soon as I get into bed, but I'm also not tossing and turning for a really long time. I'd say that probably a 4 would be fair for this one. And then lastly, I'm also going to look at how well rested do I feel when I wake up in the morning. This is the one that I really struggle with because I would say that on an average day, I feel like I've slept, but I don't particularly feel well rested. And it usually takes me a little bit to be able to get out of bed and feel like I can start my day. So I think a 3 would be fair for that one. So one thing that I found really frustrating is there's no answer as far as how much you're supposed to have or when you're supposed to have the banana. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a banana about an hour before I'm supposed to go to bed, and we'll see if there's any kind of result. I am going to check in with you throughout the week, and then at the end of the week, we'll tally up the results and then look at the science to see if this is something that you may want to do for yourself. I'm just about ready to turn off the light and go to bed, and I was trying to assess how sleepy I felt, and when I was getting up to brush my teeth, I was like, yeah, no, there's no difference at all. This test is going to be a wash. And then as I was brushing my teeth, I started to feel a little bit sleepier. So maybe just a smidge more than normal. I think I feel sleepier, and I feel different today, and I was trying to put my finger on what exactly is going on that makes me feel different today versus the other 2 days that I've eaten the banana before bed. And I think it's just that my muscles feel a lot more relaxed today. I feel sleepy-ish. I'm not completely zonked out, so I'm going to go to bed at my normal time today. But I think the biggest difference is that my muscles are just feeling a little bit... Fatigued isn't the right word. The only word that I can think that actually describes it is just my muscles feel more relaxed. So today's day number 5, and yesterday I didn't vlog at all, but my bananas were a little bit weird. They started tasting kind of alcoholic, so I had to freeze the remaining bananas because I don't want to have to go out to the store since I had enough for this video. But anyway, the long and the short of it is that I decided to make a banana and water smoothie because I had to freeze the bananas, didn't want to alter the test too much by adding other ingredients and other factors into it. Banana and water, surprisingly, really, really delicious. I would not have thought it would have been good, but I don't know if it's good for sleep at all. I'm trying to really discern how I feel today, and I think I feel about normal, like on a day that I wouldn't have a banana, and I don't think that freezing the banana would have changed anything dramatically, but maybe. So the week is up. I'm going to put my findings on the screen so you can see the specifics for the day today. Overall, I noticed a small nudge for how sleepy I felt before bed. Although it wasn't a dramatic improvement, it was enough to be noticeable. Time to sleep is really hard to gauge because it's self-perceived. I would have done a lot better if I had something that could tell me exactly how long it took to fall asleep each night. I will say though, during the course of testing, I didn't have any nights where I had trouble falling asleep. And the lowest difference that I noticed was with the quality of sleep. Also, it's worth noting for the last 3 days where I did freeze the bananas because they were getting too ripe, I noticed basically no difference versus my baseline. So now we're going to look at how many minerals are in a banana versus a therapeutic dose. So there is 32 milligrams of magnesium and 422 milligrams of potassium. I could not find anything that gave a recommended amount as far as potassium and effects on sleep goes. The best that I could do is the daily recommended value of potassium is over 10 times the amount of what's in one banana. So it's unlikely that the potassium that's in the banana is having any effect on sleep. For magnesium, I found a study where participants took 500 milligrams to assist with sleep. But the best thing that I found was actually a sleep supplement on the market called Natural Calm Comfort Sleep. And it has 220 milligrams of magnesium per serving. But the bottle does suggest to start out with a lower dose and says that people have had effects with as low as 25% of the recommended dose, which would put us at 55 milligrams of magnesium, which is a lot closer to the 32 milligrams that's in one banana. So it's possible that the magnesium is having some sort of effect. As far as sugar in a banana goes, there are 14 grams of sugar in one banana. Now for this, I found a paper called Effects of Diet on Sleep Quality, and in it looked at different things and how they impact sleep. For the fruit category, there was a study done where participants ate 2 kiwis about an hour before going to bed. Now, 2 kiwis is going to have 12 grams of sugar total. The results of this study were that it increased sleep time and sleep efficiency, and it decreased waking in the middle of the night and time to fall asleep. So the paper theorized that the effects were seen due to the antioxidants and the folate that are in kiwis. The cool thing about this is that although there was no mention of magnesium or potassium, bananas also have antioxidants and folate. It's unlikely that the sugar in the bananas would have an effect on sleep because a banana only has 2 grams more of sugar versus the kiwis that were in the study. At the end of the day though, the barrier to entry to trying this out yourself is so low. A banana is what, 25 cents? So if it's something that you think may have a positive effect on you, I wholeheartedly encourage you to try this out just because, again, the barrier to entry is so low and there's no negative effects as far as trying this out for yourself. I had a lot of fun doing this video, so if you enjoyed it as well, please give it a thumbs up so I know you liked it. And if you also want to be a well-rested human, please consider subscribing and hitting the bell so you get notified every time I upload. Sweet dreams!